Asivikelane is a campaign of a collection of communities in the city of Johannesburg, city of Ekurhuleni, and city of Tshwane as well. So what we do, we advocate for basic service deliveries. We look at water and sanitation, waste management, and other services in communities as well. So I would like to speak about the corruption when it comes to our local services. So we have spoken about corruption in the higher places, your national government, our provincial government. So I'm going to talk about our local government corruption in outsourced services. So we've been having challenges in outsourced services because it gives a breeding ground for the contractors that are taking over, because they end up swindling or robbing from the communities. Let me speak specifically about sanitation. So in Region G, where I come from, we have a Supreme contractor that is called Supreme, and also some friends of Supreme. So corruption starts by the time when we speak about deviation. At the period of deviation, the officials in the municipality would select their own friends to carry out the contract instead of selecting the ongoing contractor that came before that period of deviation, because they find themselves selecting that contractor during the period of deviation, only to find out that the contractor does not meet the criteria, has less trucks to service the whole of Region G, and then it becomes very difficult in our daily lives because we find our toilets not being drained in time, and then we face, when we lodge complaints, we are not attended to. So it affects us in our daily lives as well. So we also face corruption with workers from Supreme contractor, not only the officials, not only the contractor, but the workers as well. What workers do is they solicit bribes from us communities when they go, when we have a full toilet and then you call a truck before it comes to your area, you have to give some sort of compensation to the worker, and that often leads to a lot of problems. And then we move and talk about water as well. And then when it comes to water, those who are using water tanks, those water trucks end up soliciting money from residents, skipping the residents that are supposed to receive that particular service. And then if I only got some money and a personal Jojo tank at my yard, and then I would call the truck. When the truck comes, they have to start by filling my Jojo tank. And then if water runs out, they have to go again and fetch water for the community to come back, of which is consuming petrol and also consuming some water as a resource as well. So let's talk about also the corruption that is happening. The reason that we're observing this. So let me talk about an important tool that we use to advocate for service delivery. The important tool that we use is the procurement procedures. So around the procurement procedure work that we've been doing, we also do some community monitoring of the procurement, the entire procedure from phase number 1 up to phase number 7. And then we start engaging where the community participation phase starts. That's when we start. We have community-based planning, your IDP, and so forth. So those tools have been very helpful to us. The reason that we need those tools to understand the information helps us moving forward to advocate for something, because venturing into something on a blind note or without any information could lead into detrimental circumstances. So we start by collecting information, and then we go to those officials or those entities with some information, knowing what is happening, so that we can ask the right questions to the relevant departments. So when it's talking about information as well, seeking about information, it has become a challenge for us when we are seeking information, because the information on the municipal website is outdated. I don't know how. It baffles me, because you'll find that the contractor has been there for 3 years. And then when we get there, we find that the information is not there. Now we have to manually seek the information from that particular entity. So it becomes problematic for us. Let me talk about the general community when they want to seek for information. There was this research that we recently done about a few months back around procurement. I almost say proclamation because those are some of their problems emerging. Okay, some of the problems that we encountered are seeking information. I was given a task to seek information on sanitation and then waste collection. With sanitation, I would say it was easy, but it was manageable to find information because I was already dealing with a lot of people around the sanitation service. And then when I went to waste management, it became a challenge for me because the information is not easily accessible. The offices are far from where I stay. And then the people in office are not reachable even when you call them. You find the phone numbers. Some of them are even dormant, not even working anymore. So we encounter problems. Just imagine a general resident seeking for information. It becomes even harder because they barely understand what we understand because we've been engaging there. We've been taught how to engage with municipal officials. We've been taught how to find these entities relevant to the information that we're seeking. I would leave it there for now. Thank you.